Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest HD. Well, before Mother Nature can bring on the big freeze, you've got some work to do. By far, frozen bursting pipes are the biggest problem when temperatures dip.
Yeah.
KXLY4's Colleen O'Brien, she joins us with some of the simple ways to really save your pipes and your home.
Yeah, I visited the Spokane Valley Home Depot, and everybody was really helpful there. I talked to John, and he showed me everything, told me how to use everything. It's really easy to do. It's not too late to winterize your home, not only to save on money to make it efficient, but to prevent your home from breaking down during the winter.
Because and it's all simple, right?
Yeah, it is. So the frozen pipes, one of the simplest ways to fix it are these foam pipe covers, and they're already split. You just wrap them around the pipes, and there's corners and grooves that are also sold along with these, so you can protect all of the pipe. They run $4 a package for these, so really inexpensive. Another one that I grew up using are these foam insulators for the faucets outside.
Oh, wow.
That's
I've
a
never
big
seen
problem.
that.
Oh, you haven't?
I've never seen. That's really cool.
Yeah, this one, this is about $2, and the plastic covered one is $4, and John said that this one works a little bit better. If you want extra insulation, stick a towel on the inside before you wrap it around the pipe, and that'll give you just an extra burst of insulation there.
That's a good idea, and I just took my hoses off. My neighbor reminded, I had them on, and he's like, you better take those off right now.
Exactly,
so
and also drain your hose.
Yes, that's another good idea, because you know, being from Florida, I forget. It's like, even though I lived in the Midwest, it doesn't get quite as cold in the Midwest as it does here. So
I know. I'm from the west side of the state, so this is my
you don't
first
know
big
anything
freeze.
either. So this
I'm
is a
trying
learning
to learn.
experience for you too.
Yes, by far the coolest thing I found are these electric wires, and they actually, you tape them along the pipe. It's not hot to the touch, but they work just as well as the foam insulators. The only bad thing is that they're not energy efficient. However, John at Home Depot in Spokane Valley, he told me that they don't emit a lot of energy, so they're not going to rack up your bill. But they work if you want just a little extra for your pipes. If you live, you have an old home. Yeah. So, and one more thing I want to talk about is an electric thermostat. Or a digital thermostat, that is. This is the best way to save energy on your home because you can program it when you leave the home to turn the temperature down. You can't do that with the ones that aren't digital.
Old school ones,
And you can, an hour before you come home, you can set it to a temperature so your house is warm. That's a good way to save energy. So,
the house I live in has that. If you don't have one, does it take like an expert to come out and install that? Or can you just...
Nope. This one is about $30, and you can install it yourself. Really easy to do. Yeah. And next time I come back, we're going to talk about how to just wrap your home in a whole bubble so the draft doesn't come in this winter.
Oh, I need that. I got some spots in my house.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest HD.
We are so glad that you're with us. So are you ready for some of these freezing temperatures that are coming? KXLY4's Colleen O'Brien is here with some ideas to keep your home warm and energy efficient. So important right now.
Yes, it is. Well, last half hour we went over that frozen bursting pipes are the biggest problem in the winter. Well, there's many more products to fix that. We talked about the foam, talked about the heating cord, the insulation right here. So lots of things. Just go to the Home Depot in Spokane Valley. They helped me out with all of this. They told me everything I need to know. But you'd be surprised how many cracks you'll find around your home that's letting the cold air in. This is putting the heat out, letting the cold air in. You're going to be cold this winter. So an interesting thing people do is they carry around a stick of incense to find the draft because the smoke will drift. You can also use a high-tech infrared laser. There are thermometers where you just point and click, and it'll tell you how cold your house is at that point. Then you'll know if you have to insulate it. So whatever you do to find the drafts, here are some products to help them. First, caulking. This is really easy to do. This is a little messy, this one right here. I've used this before. This is called Great Stuff, and it's basically a foam you spray on, and it expands wherever the crack is, so it fills it airtight. This one you have to scrape off. If you use the caulking right here, this one is seal and peel. So you can seal it and then peel it if you ever need to. A really easy cleanup. Another thing that everybody uses, I do this to every one of my doors, is this seal right here. It has glue on one side and it's foam on the other. Make sure you measure your door before you go out and buy this because there's a whole aisle dedicated to these. But this will make sure that no drafts are coming in through your door. Another one, we've seen Mark Peterson use this on DIY. It's a window insulation kit, and it's just plastic, and you put it around your window and then use a hairdryer to seal it really tight. And if you have a single pane window, not double, this is a really good way to insulate your windows so the draft doesn't come through. Or if you have double pane, might as well make it triple. The last thing I want to talk about is this pink insulation. We all see it. It's not cotton candy. It's actually insulation. And one thing I want you to pay attention to, John at Home Depot told me about it, is the number right here on the front. This one is 13, and it goes all the way up to 35. He said that 13 is for garages, 35 are for colder areas like your attic. imagine how much money you're going to save on your energy bill if you use this in your garage or attic. So here's all your tips. It's all at Home Depot. They're very helpful. Mike, back to you.